everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Christy and I am a licensed hairstylist and former colorist and educator for Schwarzkopf. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to layer your hair. Now, this is the second part of a series of videos that I'm doing where I'm just doing different parts of a haircut, which you could either do individually by themselves or just as a whole. So the first haircut was how to just cut your hair straight across and establish the length. The second part of the haircut is what we're going to be doing today. Today I'm just going to be doing some long lived-in layers. When I say lived-in layers, what I mean is I want it to look seamless. I don't want you to be able to actually see the layers in the hair. I just want to refresh existing layers and just be cutting off those split ends and anything that looks dry and just hasn't been cut in a while. You want it to look nice and fresh. So who is this video for? Someone who already has layers in their hair and just wants to freshen up the ends, or someone who has hair that has been thinning or doesn't have a lot of hair closest to the neck and around the ear area, where sometimes you do too many layers and what ends up happening is you look like you have like holes in the hair, or it looks uneven, or it just looks very thin on the ends and you want it to look a little fuller. This video is for you. What you're going to need to do this haircut is a rat tail comb, or a bigger comb if you choose so, or a brush, anything that you could use to split your hair and part it and also detangle it. You're going to need a pair of scissors that were intended for cutting hair and clips to separate your hair because we're going to be parting our hair, or if not, use some hair ties. Anything that you could use just to separate the parts of your hair. So today we're going to be doing this haircut on dry hair. I previously washed it, conditioned it, dried it, and I flat ironed it so it would be nice and straight for this. You could also do this on wet hair, but if your hair is like mine, which since it's been a while since I cut it, it's been tangling quite easily, it would be a lot easier to do it on dry hair because it tangles less. And if you have curly or wavy hair, you definitely want to do this on dry, flat ironed hair so you could actually see where your layers are and your guide and all that stuff. So the first thing that you want to do is divide your hair into quadrants. So you want to divide it right down the middle. And then you want to divide it right above the ear. And I'm going to be tying down my sections with hair ties. But you could use clips if that's what you have, that's fine. So this is a good way to cut layers that are long and longer hair. But if your hair is very long and when you try to stretch your hand and you stretch your hair out as well, your hair may be longer than your arm and you won't be able to do the haircut successfully without over directing the hair to a different side. In that case, you may want somebody to help you if you have someone. Okay, so now I've sectioned my hair into these 4 parts. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let go of one of the back sections. That whole part, I'm not going to cut it all at once. I'm also going to section that down the middle. Depending on how much hair you have, you may want to section it into 3 sections. If you have a very little bit of hair, maybe you could do it all in one, but I usually like to divide it. Basically, what you're doing is you're making vertical lines and you're going to be cutting in a diagonal. Today we're not going to be cutting horizontally because we wanted to do it diagonally and vertically so those layers just look seamless when you comb them down. I'm going to tie up the piece that I'm not using, and I left out the part that I am going to cut, which is this one. Okay, so now what I did was I just moved my camera up so you could see what I'm doing because my hair is really long. Do is comb out your hair, no tangles, it can't be tangled, and you're going to lift it straight up. You want to bring your fingers in a diagonal like this, where the hair that just fell out, that's what you want to happen. You want to have the most length in the back, so that's exactly the way you're going to bring up your fingers, and you'll bring up your fingers to the amount of hair that you want to cut. I want to cut like an inch, so what I do is I just start to cut this. Now you can see the way that layer fell. I maintained the amount of hair closest to my neck, And I also made my layers. Now what I'll do is I'll take the side that I have sectioned next to it, and I could take a little piece of this if I want a guide. That could be my guide, or you can eyeball it and just remember that you cut like 1 inch and take 1 inch off every part that you're ready to cut. So now I'm lifting up again. I'm just gonna come down a little bit, lifting up again, inclining my fingers just like so. Here's my guide right here. You see it? It's right here, and that's exactly what I'm gonna cut. And this is the way it should look. You can't really see them. They kind of just like get lost in the hair, but you also got rid of a lot of dead ends and you're freshening up the cut, so it looks really pretty. Now to the next side. Now this side, this is my right hand, and it's a little, I am right-handed, but when I bring up my left hand and I put my fingers in a diagonal position, since my hair is so long, it's a little hard to get to. So what I like to do is kind of like bend my head a little, just so I can get that length out of the way. So again, I'm going to take that section and divide it into 2 sections. And I'll take a little bit of the other side that I already cut and use that as a guide. Lift it up. Very important to comb out all those tangles. And lift, 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 lift. And there I go. And I have to cut a little less on this side. Just like that. The steps are just repetitive. You're going to do the same thing all around the back of the head. We're going to switch it up a little bit in the front, but first I'm going to finish this back section. Okay, so when you're lifting up your hair, it's very important when you lift it up and you put your fingers like this in a diagonal so you have more length in the back. It's really important that this whole bottom section falls out. That's the length that we established in the past haircut, in the first part of the haircut. So you want to make sure that falls out. If you cut the length at the same time that you cut your layers, you may have an uneven length in your hair, and it may look like you have some holes or like you're missing hair in certain spots, because that's not the best way to cut the length of your hair. Okay, so here I am combing out again, putting my fingers in a diagonal, like that, and a little bit more, there we go. And I'll cut like 1 inch. Okay, there's still a little bit more to be cut. Up again and make sure you didn't miss any pieces. I missed a little bit here. You just go in and get whatever you missed. And then I could just lift this all up, this whole section, I'll lift it up again. And just see if there's a little bit more that I want to take off. And then I'll come to this side and do the same thing. Just lift it all up. For the sides, I do it a little different. I still am dividing my hair vertically, just like this, and I'll section it off. But I want to maintain more length on the sides of my hair because my hair has thinned a bit over the years, and I like to maintain that amount of hair that I have. And I also like these layers to be a little bit longer. So a way to do that is when you lift your hair up and you put your fingers on that diagonal, you're going to lift it up but also pull it to the back. Watch how all that falls out. And I want to go a little bit longer, and just cut like that much. That inch that I've been kind of cutting all around my hair. So now I'm gonna do that last section, and I could take a little piece from here just to measure. And again, I'm going to comb it up with my fingers in that diagonal, like I've been doing all around my head, and pulling back, pulling back. And you see this? That's what I'm gonna cut. You could kind of go in and point cut if you like, just to soften it. Now we could take that whole side section again. Pull it all back, all back, all back, all back. Let everything fall out, and maybe just cut that little bit. So now off to the other side, and remember this side is always a bit of a challenge. So I'm going to section this off again, and I'm going to lift it up, that whole side up. Putting my fingers in a diagonal and pulling, pulling, pulling back. And this is what I'm going to cut. Beautiful. Okay. Now I'm going to take that last section in the front, take a little piece from the one that I already cut, and again, comb it all the way up, pull it all the way back, and just cut. So once you finish cutting each vertical section, you're done. You're done. Once you finish the front, you could always lift things up and measure them and see how it looks. You could also come to the front and just like take this front section and see if it's the same length on both sides, just like this. You see the way it falls with that shape? That's what you're looking for. Now turn around and comb it out. I don't know if you can notice, but like you really can't see the layers, but they're there. So they're kind of like invisible. And so this is the end result. And for me, it's the easiest way to cut my hair when it's just refreshing those layers and making that seamless lived-in look. That's what I mean when I say like lived-in layers, is that you really can't see where they start, where they're ending, and it doesn't look like you just got a haircut. It's just refreshing and cutting off those split ends and making your hair look healthy. Now, if you want to do this like establishing layers for the first time and just doing it on wet hair and starting from scratch, I'll link a video that I did a while back on how to do that. But this one is like just more of a maintenance kind of look. So if you get to do this, I would love to know how it turned out for you. So if you leave me a comment, I love to read them. It's always so interesting. And also in the next video of this series of videos, I'm going to be doing some face framing layers and maybe a long curtain bang if I have the courage to do that. A long curtain bang and some face framing layers. So if you're interested in seeing that, stay tuned for the third video of this series. And I hope you enjoyed this, and until the next time, bye.